It's been a little bit of time, hasn't it? About 3 months, exactly. I took a step away from YouTube, not because I wasn't enjoying it, but because I had gotten a new job. And the problem with new jobs is you have to learn it all over again, from the start effectively. So, I had to take a step back. But now my schedule is feeling better, and I don't think that I'm losing sleep recording a video tonight. I wanted to just make a small video, I think, going over some new D&D books I got, especially since there's a new one coming out next month. So I'm getting back into it again, and that's always a good thing. I always feel better when I'm playing D&D. So, new job. It is hectic, very busy. I never stop moving, but I like that personally. I think it's better for me to move more than not. It keeps my brain occupied, and I feel like the day goes by quicker, which is nice. But I did miss this, just sort of relaxing at night, which is another reason I haven't been able to record, is that I have to record at night to get this vibe. And I have to work early mornings. I get up at about 3 to 4 a.m. for work, depending on the shift I'm scheduled for. So, it's not always easy to stay up to record like this, but tonight feels like it's the right night for it. And I feel like you've all waited long enough if you were waiting. So, what's the new D&D books? We've heard about your complaining about your new job. I'm not complaining, I like it. It pays well. But the first one I want to talk about is this. Eberron, the Forge of the Artificer. Now, if you're familiar with this book, you might be thinking, oh, why, William? That book cover looks different to the one I've seen. It's because it's the alternate art. Wizards of the Coast, who publishes... Oh, it's a bit out of focus. Who publishes Dungeons & Dragons. They like to do this thing to sell you more of the same book by making there be two covers to collect. The first one, which is the one that will forever be in print, and the alternate art covers. I might have talked about this when I showed off my Player's Handbook, Monster Manual, and Dungeon Master's Guide, but it's a quick recap. This is the alternate art, and it's gorgeous. The camera quality that I have, it isn't great, so unfortunately I can't show off all of the different sort of, how glossy it is. It's very glossy, but it is nice. It's one of the smaller books of this new 5.5 wave. That's like nothing at all. The back is just some gears and some chains. I put off buying this for a good long while because as a player, Eberron subclasses in the Artificer class and that sort of thing never really interested me. I'd rather play fighters and clerics, But I had enough of my own players in the games that I run want to be an Artificer. So I said, and so I bought it. will say, because it is so thin and it's still hardcover, it makes great tapping noises, so I bought it for a reason. Alright. The art is also pretty good in it. I guess I could show you one or two pages. Let's see if I can get to focus. There we go. I must say, the colors of this book are gorgeous as well. The black and red really just brings it together. It's quite nice. I had to cough. Excuse me. One thing I have noticed when going over my videos is I have a hard time looking at the camera. This is funny because I have a really hard time making eye contact. So, I'm trying. I know some people prefer when the ASM artist doesn't make eye contact with the camera, and I don't know if I should make more eye contact or less. So, I suppose I will cater towards my loving audience. If you like the eye contact, let me know. If you do not, let me know, and I will go from there. I'm using the same candle that I have been using for almost all my videos. Harvest Cookies. Unfortunately, its color, or not color, but its light is dimming as the wick is burning low. So I'm probably going to have to get a new one. We must say goodbye to Harvest Cookies soon, I fear. But that's alright, we'll find another one that'll be good, I'm sure. Okay. What can I do next? Oh yeah. Oh, I really want to show you one of my new figures I got, but I'm afraid I might knock everything over my desk, so I'm going to be very careful and move some things around. Don't get knocked over. There we go. I believe I've showed you before my Waddle Dee. I now have a King DDD. It still has the price tag of $7 USD on it, because I think these boxes are the cutest things. I mean, it's so cute. I don't want to ruin it, and I got them at Barnes & Noble, and paper stickers, like just paper stickers stuck on with glue, and it destroys boxes. So I'm leaving it on to preserve the integrity of the box. Alright, I'm gonna put DDD back. Actually, I'll show you the rest of the box. There's this side with price tag. There's that fine print. There's the back with all the ones you can get. I want to get the Meta Knight. I don't have it yet. And then the lid. But as I said, I also got the Kirby. Because I have a Waddle Dee, but I don't have a Kirby yet. It's the same packaging, so I think we're good there. I love them. I keep them on my desk so that they are always there, so I can see them when I'm doing work, like writing or preparing for a D&D game. Speaking of D&D, I have recently been rebuying all of the D&D books on my Foundry VTT. For those who do not know, a VTT is a virtual tabletop. I play my D&D games online, and I like for them to have a professional quality to them. That is in part because I run games professionally. That's right. People pay me to play D&D with them. That's not my new job. That's only one of my side jobs. I have a few. But I have recently rebought all the books because they have all of the monsters and the items and the classes and the subclasses and the backgrounds coded, and I don't have to do that myself anymore, and it is a huge time saver. All of them are professionally done. The monster tokens are like coming out of the frame, and it's all three-dimensional and cool. So I've been enjoying that, and I feel like a kid in a candy store. But to balance the scales, I have canceled my D&D Beyond subscription because I prefer physical books, and I'm not buying the same book 3 times. I'll do it twice. I'll buy my alt art cover physical book, and I'll buy it for Foundry, but I'm not buying it 3 times. So, that's where I stand on that. But I do have another book to show you as well. I have 2 actually, but we'll just stick to the next one for now. Hope that wasn't too loud. I really like the covers for these next 2 books. This one might be my favorite of the 3 I'm showing you tonight. This is the new Forgotten Realms Heroes of Faerun book, and it is the alternate art cover. I believe on the normal cover it has Karlach from Baldur's Gate 3, Jarlaxle from, I want to say, it's Waterdeep Dragon Heist, he's a popular character, and the Wizard from the new 5.5 Player's Handbook. All of them, I believe, are here as well, but they're more stylized. This is Karlach. It's hard to see in the silhouette, but she has the halberd that you get in Act 2 of the game. And she has the Infernal Engine in her chest. Jarlaxle is down here. I gotta figure out my camera placement. It's so hard to show things off. This is a Sararak, if I'm not mistaken. A popular villain they are probably fighting. And I'm actually not sure who the other characters are. I think they're just knights and battle mages and things, but I love how it has almost like a mosaic or like Art Deco feel. Correct me if I'm not using those words correctly, but I think you know what I'm talking about. See what I mean about the thicker books making less satisfying tapping noises? Am I crazy? And on the back, a bit more interesting than the Eberron book, is a gold dragon in the new 5.5 design. There goes a motorcycle down the street. I'm currently playing a fighter. On Thursday, I'm in a game. It's so rare that I get to play a game. It's amazing. And I have a Zentrum build where I make reaction attacks all the time. And it's very fun. And the reason I bring this up is because those Zentrum feats that I have to take to make the build come from this book. I have mixed feelings about this book because it has a lot of maps that are gorgeous, and it has a lot of fun character options, but I think a majority of the character options are weak or lackluster, and that's really sad to me. It's very sad. But a lot of them are at least cool, and I give them props for trying. I tried to collect all of the alternate art covers when these books come out. So if you want me to continue showing them off, please leave a like and tell me in the comments, because that'll tell me to do it. I have a way with words, don't I? I spend all my pros when I'm running my D&D games. I have none left for this. Alright, it's not time to retire this book. I want to show you some of the maps. I mean, right off the bat, it's not even a page, it's just the binding. Absolutely gorgeous. It has a full art introduction to the Forgotten Realms, which is also gorgeous. It reads, "Welcome to Faerun. The world of Faerun is filled with countless heroes who have undertaken amazing adventures. Drizzt Do'Urden, his wife Catti-brie, and their daughter Brianelle, Illustrial Silverhand, and the rest of the Seven Sisters, Karlach Cliffgate, Asterion and Shadowheart, and many more. Now, the world has new heroes, the ones you and your fellow players create. I do think it's kind of silly that they keep bringing up Baldur's Gate 3 as if Wizards of the Coast created it and not Larian Studios. I'm having a hard time finding the maps. Here's a good one. This is the map of the old empires, which includes Jacinta. It's gorgeous. Let's see if I can find Baldur's Gate. Everybody loves Baldur's Gate. The map of Baldur's Gate isn't in this book. It's in the next book I'm going to show you, but there is a map of the Sword Coast. Baldur's Gate is near the bottom, by the, I want to say it's the Gianthar River. Right there. If I'm not mistaken, the Gianthar River is where you wake up after escaping the Nautiloid in Baldur's Gate 3. I actually want to know how many of you who play D&D have gotten into it through Baldur's Gate 3. I personally got into it in 2019, but I was very excited for Baldur's Gate 3, and it is one of my favorite video games of all time. So, let me know. I'm interested. And the last one to show you today is the companion to the book before. This is Forgotten Realms, Adventures in Faerun. This is the Dungeon Masters, a supplement in tandem to the last book, which was for the players. That one helped players make characters. This one helps DMs run adventures in the Forgotten Realms. So it has a lot of monster stat blocks and more information about the world. This is a beholder. I'm sure it needs no introduction. I want to say it is Xanathar, because he's a popular character, and these are supposed to be icons of the realms. That is a Mind Flayer, and I guess these are just minions. This is I want to say a matron mother of the Drow, likely a Drow of Lolth, because these are supposed to be villains. this book, you might have noticed that they seem to connect. And that is because, and let's see if I can do this properly. If you put them together, it is the heroes fighting the villains. And I think that's a really nice touch. It has the same map but in green. It does not, however, have that nice little blurb about the Forgotten Realms at the beginning. This book has about 20 pre-made adventures for each level of the game. I have not run any of them yet because I mostly run my own adventures, but it is nice reading how they wrote it and getting inspiration from them. This is one of my favorite pieces of art from this book. To me, it's just dripping with classic fantasy. It's got a nice, cool, not warm vibe, and I vibe with that. I'm looking for Baldur's Gate for you. I found it. I like this a lot because it's another full print of Karlach. Again, I have nothing against Baldur's Gate 3. It's one of my favorite video games of all time, but again, Wizards of the Coast loves to act like they created it. They did not. And this is the map of the city. Fun fact, in the city of Baldur's Gate, you only actually go through that bridge in Baldur's think. Don't quote me on that. It's been a while. And then, right there, those are the only parts of the city you really explore in Baldur's Gate 3. The actual city is much bigger than what the game would have you believe. Alright, that is all of the books I have to show for you today. I might have shown off the Forgotten Realms books before, but I wanted to give them another go, because I just love looking through them. And the Artificer book it wasn't big enough for a video, let's not lie. It's a tiny book. They charge way too much for that, it's hilarious. But there's going to be a new book next month. It's called Ravenloft, The Horrors Within, and it is a retelling of the Ravenloft setting for 5.5. It is effectively renewing Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, which came out for 2014 5th edition. I want to say it was right before Tasha, so maybe 2019. I might be wrong. It's been a very long time. But it's going to have stat blocks for almost all of the major Dark Lords. For those of you who are familiar with D&D lore, that's awesome. You know exactly why I'm excited about this book. For those of you who do not, Ravenloft is a setting that is made up of a bunch of different demi-planes that are separated by the mists. It is a horror campaign, and each domain is ruled by a Dark Lord, and the domain acts as their own personal prison. And it's very cool, and the Dark Lords are very cool, so I'm very excited to see what they do with it, especially if the art is as good as it has been in these last few books. I'm very excited. It comes out on June 16th, so I will be getting the alternate art copy because they have showed it off in promotional material, and it is gorgeous. So I will be showing that off for sure, but if you would like to see it, let me know. Thank you for your patience. I felt bad being gone for so long. Almost every day I was like, I want to record a video, or man, I should really record a video. But it's just been very hard to find the time that works in my schedule, especially when it was so hectic, but I feel like I'm finally getting into a steady pace, so hopefully I'll be able to keep uploading. Thank you all again for supporting me and watching my videos. Hopefully the YouTube algorithm hasn't decided to crush my aspirations before they get off the ground. But I'm back. Alright. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're still